Hi, I'm Amy Schumer, and this is the worst I've ever bombed. I
Wow,
did a show at Central Park Summer Stage.
I don't think
about
Amy has
5 years
ever bombed personally. Amy Schumer, one of my top episodes of this show, Pod Awful, I think maybe the most viewed episode I've ever done was when I reviewed Amy's Netflix special, The Leather Special. And yes, I had a lot of issues with that special. I mean, Netflix even changed the way voting on and reviewing their content works based on that special. Now, while I thought that special was no good, I would never say that women aren't funny. Okay? And yeah, maybe Amy's bombed before. Let's hear her bomb story here. She's going to tell us about how she bombed.
Ago, I think. And that's my favorite place to see a concert. I don't know if you've ever
Central
gone,
Park
but
she's
it's like
talking
you get
about.
wasted, and it's outside. It's in the middle of Central Park, so I was so excited. And I was doing the show with my favorite comedian, Dave Attell. And
oh, Dave Attell, your favorite comedian. Okay.
It was a great lineup. John Mulaney, Ted Alexandro.
Well, we know she loves Dave Attell and John Mulaney. That's for sure. We definitely know
Kurt
that.
Metzger. It was just everybody was
Kurt
really
Metzger,
solid.
one of her
doing
writers.
A reality show, Last Comic Standing, where there were paid TV audiences. So it was like the crowd. There was like a sign that says like laughed as soon as I stopped talking. So I was just gotten used to just killing, and I just thought like, I'm amazing. And
I agree. You know what? I don't even need to hear the rest. Amy, you are amazing, and I refuse to let anybody say otherwise. I'm so sick of this idea that women aren't funny, and I've noticed one of the common things in that huge episode I did on the Amy Schumer Leather Special is that a lot of the comments are saying how women aren't funny. It's not true, okay? I'm sick of hearing it. Women are funny, and you would know that. In fact, not only can women do anything a man can do, they can do it better. And I'll tell you why. Because they have vaginas. And if any of you bigots even bothered to listen to female stand-ups, you would know they have vaginas. Because that's what all of their jokes are about. All of them. So women are funny, okay? Including Amy Schumer. I've realized I was way too hard on her before, and it's time to give back to the ladies, okay? Now, has the quality of her comedy gone down in recent history? I would say yes. I still stick with my review of the Leather Special in that it was a 1-star, maybe less than 1-star special. But that doesn't mean she's not funny. That doesn't mean all women aren't funny. Now, of course, I agree with Netflix's decision to get rid of all the alt-right trolls who were review bombing her, much in the same way that those same alt-right trolls are now review bombing Captain Marvel, or how they review bombed The Last Jedi. I think we need to get rid of alt-right trolls from the internet entirely. But that said, I want to make sure Amy never has to go through that type of experience again in her life. Now, a long time ago, I put together a GoFundMe, okay? I put together this GoFundMe to give Amy Schumer a chance to take comedy classes. I wanted to raise some money so she could afford to take, I assume she's got money. She's very famous. She's one of the funniest stand-up comedians working today. So obviously she has money, but I just wanted to make sure, look, you don't have to put money into this. We're going to help you out. We support you. We love you. GoFundMe took that down. All of the GoFundMe scams out there about somebody claiming they've got breast cancer or claiming that they were involved in a hate crime. And yet my thing to actually help out women in comedy was taken down. It makes no sense. So I started thinking about it. I thought, why would they take it down? And then I realized, you know what? I didn't say who would teach her. Maybe they thought I was looking for money to teach her how to do comedy. That's not the case at all. So I needed to find a teacher. I needed to find somebody that could help Amy out. And by the way, I'm willing to do this with all of the female comedians out there so that we can finally prove women can be funny too. If there's a single female comic out there who people want to say is not funny, I'm willing to help them out, okay? I'm willing to send them to comedy classes. So I thought, who knows comedy, who is so good at comedy they can teach comedy. And then I remembered one of our goons, Kyle Cease, used to teach comedy classes. He did a comedy boot camp. And we know that Amy is a huge fan of Kyle Cease. I'll show you how we know that. We've got this video right here. Here's Kyle Cease telling one of his jokes off of his album One Dimple from 2006.
I performed in a lot of private schools, I was telling you, a lot of religious schools. I wonder what goes on with religion. I never knew what to believe with that. I don't ever know what the Virgin Mary story, you know what I mean? Did God and Virgin Mary make Jesus? And I think the reason we don't know on that is because we didn't have Maury Povich back then doing the paternity test.
Yes.
And that would have been a fantastic episode, wouldn't it? Just Maury Povich and Virgin Mary sitting there.
I think that
Okay, now here's Amy Schumer in her 2011 comedy album, Cutting. The funniest Amy Schumer album, by the way. Very funny album. I think her prime. Here she is telling a very similar joke to Kyle Cease, who we know she must be a fan of because of this. And by the way, telling it way better.
That would be the best ever Maury Povich baby daddy show. Don't you? Can you imagine how amazing that would be? I think he can do it. He's got the power.
Ah!
Priests, half rabbis, and the panel is Jesus, Mary, and Joseph.
Oh, fuck, man. So as you can see, Amy loves Kyle Cease. Kyle Cease used to teach at Comedy Boot Camp. Now he's a motivational speaker. It's perfect. He's the perfect guy to help us in our campaign to teach the alt-right trolls that women can be funny too, no matter what you say. And here I have created a brand new GoFundMe for this cause. Hopefully GoFundMe doesn't take this one down. As you can see, it says comedy classes for Amy Schumer. A lot of people seem to think Amy Schumer is not that funny. I personally believe in her and all female comedians and want her to succeed. So this money will go toward getting her comedy classes. I remember Kyle Cease used to run some comedy classes for $3,000. That's a real figure. I looked it up. His comedy classes used to be $3,000. Amy seems to be a big fan of his since she borrowed one of his jokes before, so hopefully he can teach her to be all she can be. He's a great motivational speaker. If she cannot or will not accept the donations for comedy classes, this is important because sometimes these GoFundMe things, they fall through, so you have to have a backup plan of what to do with the money if you're personally accepting it, right? So here's what I'm going to do. If she cannot or will not accept the donations for comedy classes, then I will redirect the funds to a charity that will teach underprivileged African girls how to write sketch comedy. And if for some reason that charity does not already exist, I don't know how that would be possible, I will use the money to teach journalists who were fired how to code. Now, if you want to give to Amy Schumer to help her out, you can do that at gofundme.com/makeamyfunnyagain. Okay? GoFundMe.com/makeamyfunnyagain. Let's prove to the alt-right trolls out there, you have no place on this internet. Women are funny. The future is female. And I'm going to prove that tonight because tonight on the show, I'm going to talk about a comedian, a female comedian. And I don't even like saying that, okay? We shouldn't even have to. You should assume female when I say comedian, all right? Men are now comedians. I'm going to talk about a comedian who is undeniably one of the funniest comedians out there. Yes, she's a lady, and you are going to love her. Her name is Tammy Lee Schumacher.
.com/iTunes and subscribe to us on iTunes. We're live every Sunday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern at podawful.tv. Love the show? Keep it going by donating to the Pizza Fund. podawful.com/support. And anything else you need is at podawful.com.
Sorry, nigga. This content right here is Pizza Fund only.
podawful.pizza.
This shit is beefer.
podawful.pizza.
We got shooters in these streets.